If you feed your pals this food, they will spend less time dilly-dallying around, getting stuck, and more time working and working more efficiently. Now, what food am I talking about? I'm talking about pizza. Not only is pizza an amazing food to have in real life, but also in Pal World. Now, if you're like me, you probably have a bunch of ingredients for cakes. You probably farm cakes, right? Well, the best part about pizza is that it takes pretty much the same ingredients as cake, except there's tomato. But the majority of the ingredients that you use for farming cakes can be used for pizza. Now, as you can see right here, pizza has a nutrition of 184 and a sanity of 23. Not only that, berries don't really keep them full for that long. If you don't give your pals the right food to satisfy them, you'll see them at the food bin a lot more often. Like, do you really think Bowser can live off a berry diet? Come on. Now, hunger goes down based on the activities you're doing. I've noticed that when my pals do hard labor intense activities like mining, that their hunger seems to deplete a lot faster. So I try to keep most of my quality food at my mining base. The nice part about having berries is that you can have 2 million berries in your food bin and you can kind of just forget about it, which is real nice. And I guess if you play on like multiplayer online servers, I guess the game goes on without you being there is what I heard. I've never played on a multiplayer online server. I'm just making assumptions here. So that is the nice thing about berries. However, their hunger is going to drop a lot faster. Therefore, they'll spend less time working and more time walking around looking for food. But pizza also makes them work a lot faster. As you can see right here, it says eating it slightly improves work speed and allows your pals to stay fuller for slightly longer for a period of time. Now, not everybody's going to have pizza unlocked. If you're still using one of these little cooking pots over here, as you can see, you can't cook pizza on it. That's because you have to have a kitchen stove in order to do it. Now you might be wondering, okay, well, how do I get the kitchen stove over here? You actually unlock the electric kitchen at level 41. Now, another thing that I recommend doing is finding a very good ice pal. And even though Chillette is very cute and adorable, Chillette only has a level 1 cooling, which means it's not going to be able to keep your food as cool as, another pal, for example. So as you can see right here on the timer, we have about an hour and 39 minutes for the pizza. Now let's say I take Chillette off this. So let's go ahead and put Cryolinks by the cooler box. And I'll show you like how big of a difference it makes. It gives us like an extra 4 hours. So it's a pretty big difference. Now, ideally you want to get a cooling pal that specializes only in cooling, because if he's kind of like the jack of all trades, a lot of times he gets confused. So we got to put him back near the cooler because that's where we want him to be. And obviously, if you make your pals work super hard, they're definitely going to need better food than just berries. There's just not enough nutrition to sustain that. Now, the only downside by giving your pals higher quality food is that you'll have to check the feed box more often. And I get it, that sounds like it could be inconvenient at times. So if you must give your pals 2 million berries, the least you can do is cook those 2 million berries. As you can see right here, if we cook the berries, they actually have 1 sanity. Whereas if we don't cook the berries, like I mentioned earlier, there's no sanity. You can always give your pals jam-filled bun. This will keep them fuller longer than berries will. It's very easy to produce. You only need flour and red berries, and it gives some pretty solid stamina. Now, salad's also pretty good because it improves work speed for a period of time. I still think pizza's the best bang for the buck. All I'm saying is if you want your pals to do more working and less running around, don't give them 2 million berries. That's really all I'm trying to say. Also, too, you want to be wary of certain traits that's going to make your pals eat more or eat less. For example, my Digtoise right here has Diet Lover, which is probably one of the best traits you can get for Digtoise, because hunger is decreased by 15%. Now, if you have a trait like Glutton, for example, sanity drops 10% faster. So if their sanity is dropping faster, they're going to be more prone to stress eating. I mean, look at all the foods that you can make. There's no reason to keep using berries. Don't malnourish your pals on berries. At the very least, give them some pancakes.